Okay, we're live. We're live. Hope you guys can all hear me well and see me well. Um, doing a different obviously I'm using a different camera than what I would typically be doing. I normally use my phone to record, but something to do, with my phone does not work to live stream. It just gets so fucking overloaded that it just stops working. So we're doing the webcam, which it sucks to go back to the webcam. Um, but we're trying out the kind of streaming feature. Obviously, it's been about 2 years on this channel since I've live streamed, and I want this to kind of be like a regular, almost weekly thing. So this is kind of like the test stream. This is ultimately the test stream. We'll see how the viewership is. See how many present viewers we get. I just want this to be a more engaging experience more than anything. I think my videos are very hit or miss in terms of engagement, because obviously everyone that's following my YouTube channel is typically following for a bunch of different reasons, whether they're a fan of NMix, who I've been doing a lot recently, or Anita or Lady Gaga or stuff like that. So kind of having just general chats once a week to kind of summarize the weekly music and new albums and stuff like that, I think could create a lot of engagement in this channel, and I like to do that. So I'm hoping, the beginning of streaming, goes well. So we'll see how it goes. We'll really see how it goes. We're doing a Lady Gaga discography tier list, so every song that she's released in her discography, we are going to be, ranking. And basically the ranking system we have here, we have S, so it's one of her best songs in her whole discography, pretty much. We have the A tier, which is basically under it's great, but it's not really one of her best songs. The B tier, which means it's good, but there's nothing great about it, so not good enough to be an A tier song. A C, which is really just okay. I don't know if I would skip it. But in general, it's just meh. And then D is just a bad song, and then F is like, okay, this is really bad, which I don't even know if we will ever get to that point with this tier list. I don't know if we'll put any Gaga songs in the F tier, or in the F tier, but we may. So there's 6 tiers. We're gonna go over them here today. And again, this is not just strictly a discography ranking. If you guys have any, questions, any thoughts, anything you want me to ask me, we can engage in music chat while we do this. Obviously, it's not strictly... engagement is kind of my number one priority here, and this is kind of like the test stream to see how everything goes. I know the fucking webcam quality is not great, but I'm working on that. And I feel like this is going to be, an exciting time for us. Okay. Greetings from Montreal, Canada. We have someone from Montreal. I'm also Canadian, which is sick. I've never been to Montreal, though. I really want to go to Montreal. But, yeah, I am also Canadian. So, that's sick. I need more Canadian viewers. I've checked my analytics before, and trust me, I need more Canadian viewers. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, again, this is really just like a test stream. So I thank you to everyone who's tuning in right now. So yeah, for the person that's in the chat, I want to know, how did you really discover my channel? Like, because I know a lot of my viewers kind of range in what they like to watch on my channel. So, what video did you discover me from, and like that kind of thing, and what really made you stick around is kind of some of the questions that I like to ask people, is what really made them stick around on this channel. So yeah, if you would like to answer that, I kind of just getting the vibe of the viewership is kind of something that I like to do. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's tuning in currently. I'm gonna get started with the tier list, kind of going over my thoughts, and obviously we're gonna start with the Fame album. I feel like that makes sense to start with her earlier album, kind of dive into my thoughts on each song. Obviously, I have a Fame vinyl back there, which is sick. I love. I want to get every Gaga vinyl. I currently have. Let me move out of the way. But I have the Harlequin vinyl. I have the Mayhem special edition that I got in Toronto when I was in Toronto. I went to a record store there, and then obviously the regular Mayhem, which I pre-ordered. And then the Fame. But I really want like Art Pop or Born This Way next. But yeah, I just recently got a vinyl player too, so it's really, really exciting. I'm trying not to kind of go crazy with buying all the vinyls, but it's hard. Because, I only have like 10 vinyls, and once you play an album once, you're like, okay, what's next? Because I'm used to Spotify, obviously, having whatever I want available at my fingertips. So, it's a little different, but I love my vinyl player. I think I discovered your channel back when I was looking for reactions for the Gaga Dochi Runway video. Okay, that was a very, very popular video. The regular Runway reaction, the first time I reacted to the song. And then whenever the video came out, both of those videos did very, very well. And I'm honored because Gaga is my favorite artist. So to kind of, gain some subscribers that enjoy Gaga's music is, something that I absolutely love, So I love that I have a big Gaga following now. And I know the Runway video really, really gagged me. I think a lot of people were happy to watch that video reaction. So I'm glad you found my channel through that way. And obviously, whenever there's new Gaga stuff, I will, obviously react to it. We do have Mayhem Requiem coming out in 3 days, I think, through Apple Music, which is a show that she recorded back in like January. And then, yeah, we're also getting like a live album, I think, for Mayhem Requiem on Apple Music. So I'm really excited that we're getting that from Gaga as well. And then who really knows after that what Gaga's going to do. But, yeah, I really enjoyed the Runway video. I was not expecting the level of set design on that video. Obviously, the outfits that Gaga was wearing, I mean, that level of fashion is something that Gaga has not done for a while. I know Mayhem and, even Chromatica, she wore some outfits that I really, really liked. And, it really felt like the Gaga was back after kind of the bad years of, Joanne and that kind of thing. Not necessarily bad, but different years of Joanne. So, seeing that video was like, okay, yeah, Gaga's back. Gaga's fucking back. So, yeah, I'm glad you liked that video because I'm proud of kind of where that got me as well. Yeah. Okay, let's start with the Fame. My thoughts on the Fame. The Fame is a solid record, I will say. The Fame is one of my favorite albums of hers. It's one that I probably don't listen to. I listen to it the least. It would be the Fame or Joanne that I listen to the least, I think. But it's not really a case of that they're the weakest or the worst in her discography. I just think that, I have a different, Art Pop, a huge amount of nostalgia for Art Pop, and the Fame as well, to some extent, but Art Pop and Born This Way, I have, like, the most nostalgia, and it really, really brings me back to, listening to those for the first time. So, even Mayhem, like, being, a Gaga fan while the rollout was happening really, really helps. I was just not essentially being born, but I was very young when the Fame came out, so that was something that I didn't really, grow up with the whole rollout side of things. So, but the Fame is a very, very good record. I Really, really enjoy it. There's a lot of hits on this album, and hit after hit after hit, which is absolutely crazy how she was able to do that for her first ever album. Paparazzi, Just Dance, Love Game, Poker Face. First 4 tracks. Name a better kind of album opener than those 4 tracks on the Fame. You know what I mean? And I mean, I guess I should just rank them right now. But, my favorite probably out of her early hits, I would say, is Paparazzi. It is such an interesting song. The video is also insane. It's one of my favorite videos of all time. I very much distinctly remember watching that video, even at an age where I was probably too young to be watching it, but it's up there with one of the best in her discography. The melody, the level of kind of, the vocals that she presents on Paparazzi, it's such a crazy pop song, and it's produced so well. Like, that's one thing you can say about this kind of era, is that it was produced very, very well. Paparazzi had crazy, style production, Poker Face to a certain extent, like all of that, hit after hit after hit. And I think Paparazzi is one of her best tracks, for sure, in her entire discography. Now, Just Dance, I really, really like Just Dance. It's a song that I look back with, a lot of nostalgia too. But I don't know if it's one of her best. Maybe it's because of just, it was overplayed, in my house for so long that I'm like, okay, this is good, but it's nothing insane. So it's a great song, but I don't associate it with, one of her best tracks. And Love Game is one of those tracks where I'm also divisive on. I don't know if it's, one of my favorites on the Fame album, but you can't deny, especially live, the way she kind of performs that song. It's so good. You can really tell, like, the disco stick, the Monster Ball performance of Love Game is one of my favorite performances of all time. Not to mention the Paparazzi VMA's performance. That is the best performance given by anyone, I think, all time. But, Love Game is also up there for, being a great song, but I don't know if it's one of the best in her discography. Same with Poker Face. Again, it's one of those songs where it was played a lot. It was played a lot in my house. And, I still love it. It brings me with a lot of nostalgia. But at the same time, it's okay. It's okay. I've heard it a bunch of times. And it's an iconic song, but I don't believe it's up there with one of her best. Just Dance, Love Game, Poker Face go in the A tier for me, personally. Still good. I can't deny that. I just want to make sure we're doing good for quality and we're not lagging uncontrollably. I hope we're good. But yeah, that's kind of the first 4 tracks there. Paparazzi is my favorite. Of those kind of opening tracks. AA, Nothing Else I Can Say, as well as a very, very nostalgic track, very, very much 2000s vibe. A very, very different song for Gaga. I don't think there's anything like AA, Nothing Else I Can Say in her discography. So I'm going to put this in the B tier. It's good, but I don't think it's as great as Just Dance, Love Game, or Poker Face. It doesn't hit that level of iconicness. But, it's good, but nothing kind of that beats the first 2 tiers. Beautiful, Dirty, Rich. Great. So good. It's such a good deep cut. On the Fame. Incredible. The Fame as well, a very, very good title track. I think I put it on the same lines as Nothing Else I Can Say. I just feel like there's better songs on that album. But it's not bad. It's not bad for sure. Money Honey. Also think it goes in the B tier. It's fun. It's a fun pop song, but again, nothing great about it. Boys, Boys, Boys. That's an A tier song. That is an A tier song. And now I'm going to arrange the A tier a little bit. I think the order of this is probably Love Game. Love Game, Just Dance, Boys, Boys, Boys. And then that's probably fine. That's probably the arrangement I give it. I will say. Ooh, Starstruck. This one's good. This one is really good. This one's good. Let's see. Paper Gangsta. Okay, let's do Starstruck first. What the fuck am I doing? Starstruck, I'd say goes in the... This is difficult. No, I think it's good. Nothing great. B tier. Paper Gangsta, A. I think it's A. It's one of my favorites on the Fame. That probably is a little higher than Beautiful Dirty Rich. That's probably Brown Eyes. It's okay, but I don't play it super often. You know what I mean? I like it rough as well. It's just okay for me. Ooh, Summer Boy. Right there. Right there. Summer Boy is so fucking good. Summer Boy is one of my favorite Gaga songs right now. Lately, I've been playing that a ton right now. Disco Heaven. I think it's D tier. Disco Heaven's D tier to me. Again, it's also okay. It's okay. I don't think I'd skip it. And then Retro Dance Freak is good. I think that's a fair kind of assessment of the Fame. That's the Fame right there. Take a look at it. You know, what do you agree with? But that's my ranking of the Fame, where I put every song in the Fame. Paparazzi is one of my favorite Gaga songs of all time. And then there's some really good songs in there. Some great deep cuts. Summer Boy, Boys, 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 Paper Gangsta, Beautiful Dirty Rich. And then kind of the rest is also really, really solid, but there's nothing that kind of beats those, 2 tiers. At least comes close. Ooh, the Fame Monster's next. The Fame Monster's next, guys. Ooh. That's fun. That's fun. Okay. Where are we putting Bad Romance? Everyone, what are we doing here? Bad Romance has to be at the S tier. I think it's even above Paparazzi. That 1-2 punch, though. Solid. Solid 1-2 punch so far. I have a feeling a lot of songs in the Fame Monster are going to be S and A. I don't even know if there's going to be one song that's in B. Alejandro, I'm going to do A tier just so I can give Monster the, the placement it deserves. Okay? Now, Alejandro could easily be S tier, but I'm putting Monster in ahead of it. But, Speechless. Oh, that's one of her best, like, power ballads, I think. One of her best power ballads, for sure. Oh, that was a good one. Dance in the Dark, also S tier. Telephone. Okay. No, Telephone's iconic. It's just not S tier. So Happy I Could Die. Okay. Teeth goes in B tier. Teeth goes in B tier. So Happy I Can Die also goes into A tier. I think that... Okay, let's rearrange this a little bit to make this a little more accurate. Do I like... I think that's a fair ranking. Bad Romance... Well, no, actually, no. Monster ahead of Bad Romance. Bad Romance ahead of Paparazzi. Paparazzi ahead of Dance in the Dark. That's a fair ranking, I think, for S tier. Now, to rearrange this a little bit more, probably my favorite out of all of these songs is Alejandro. This is tough. Now, I feel like all of these songs, go ahead of maybe something like that feels like an appropriate kind of ranking for the A tier. And then I think Teeth is gonna sneak in where, I don't know. Probably AA at the end. Money Honey. No, but I think I like Money Honey and then Retro Dance Freak. No. Yeah. Yeah, what the? Life 360 is going off. I think that's the Faye Monster as well in there. Monster, Bad Romance, and Dance in the Dark at S tier. Alejandro, Speechless, So Happy I Could Die, Telephone goes in A tier. And then Teeth going in B tier. I think that's valid. I think that's valid. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think for the Faye Monster? My rankings on the Faye Monster. Her first two eras. This is kind of where it stands. I don't know. I think this is an appropriate kind of placement for all of these songs so far. But there's lots more kind of S tier songs to come, I think. Teeth is so good. It's probably the weakest on the Faye Monster, though. I don't know. Telephone, where did I put Telephone again? I might need to... Okay, Telephone and Teeth are kind of on the same kind of timeline for me. I find Teeth just a little bit weaker, but Telephone is probably... it's close. It's close. I think... Maybe I need to listen to Teeth again. I just don't think, I love what goes on with the production of Teeth. I think it's one of her kind of most interesting songs production-wise on the Faye Monster. But then melodically, I find the song doesn't really go to too many places. So that's probably why. And then Telephone, again, it's one of those where I'm like, okay, I've heard it probably way too much to put it into S tier. Maybe. Or to put it into, ahead, kind of further in A tier, is what I mean. But, I mean Teeth, yeah. Bro, the Teeth performance at Coachella, when she pulled that out in 2016, I almost shat myself. A Teeth performance in the Joanne era, is like, that Coachella set really, really, it was weird. It was weird to see, Joanne era Gaga do all of those kind of deep cuts. Venus, we got a Venus performance. What else did we get? We got a Shisa performance, but she loves that song. She loves that song. So, that was... Let me look at what she performed that night. Coachella 2016, Gaga's set. Because I kind of forget. But it was iconic. I'll tell you that. It's not showing me. Oh, it was 2017. Never mind. She did it in 2017. What am I talking about? Yeah, she did Venus. She did Sex Dreams. Whoa, I forgot about that. I forgot she pulled that one out. And then she debuted The Cure, which was sick. Yeah, that one was that was a crazy Coachella set. That was crazy. What a blast from the past. I need to rewatch that Coachella set too. That was good. Fuck. It's really, really like making me reflect on, how far I've been a fan, how long I've been a fan of Gaga for, and what we've like kind of all of us fans have endured. It's crazy. But yeah, Coachella. That's a crazy blast from the past. Where are we at here? Okay. First two albums done on the tier list. Let's start Born This Way. I have a feeling we're going to have some more S's handed out here. I have a feeling. Marry the Night is probably the next one to go in there. These ads are pissing me off, bro. I tried to get rid of them before the start of the stream, and then just more kept popping up. So there's not too much I can do. I'm sorry, guys. Actually, you guys probably can't even see that ad. What am I talking about? Okay. So Marry the Night gets in there at S tier. Born This Way. I mean, it's iconic. It did so much. It did so much for that time. I got to put it in A. I was thinking, I was like, okay, I might put it in at the top of the B tier. But I was like, no, it's way too iconic to put it, anywhere underneath A tier. So I think Born This Way in A tier. It's probably one of her hits that I come back to the least. But it's too iconic for me to tank. Yeah, I can't tank it. Government Hooker. A. Judas is an S. Americano. I'm going to do A for Americano. Hair. Ooh, Hair. I might do Hair in S tier. Hair. Do I do all of these three in S tier? I don't know, because I feel like if Hair goes in S tier, Alejandro and probably Love Game have to go in S tier. Which I could do that. Technically, I could do that. I do have to say, when I went, I need to pull this out. I do have to say, let me find it. So, when I went, whoa, what the fuck? When I went to the Mayhem Ball, the Hair really has a, affliction with me, because when I went to the Mayhem Ball in Toronto, Hair was my surprise song. Hair was my surprise song for the Mayhem Ball. So I feel like it deserves S tier just based on that. That was my surprise song. I got the Edge of Glory on piano as well that night. So that, just for that reason, I think Hair goes in S tier. Is that valid? Is that valid to put Hair and probably Edge of Glory in S tier as well? Just for that. I should show you guys my merch too that I got. I got the Vanish Into You t-shirt that I've worn in a couple videos. And then I got the cream colored zip up as well. I loved the merch at the show. I spent a little bit too much money at the show. But it was worth it. It was worth it. I should show you guys if it's even clean. It might not be clean, but anyways, yeah, just I feel like Hair deserves my my S tier because it was my surprise song. So I'm just putting that out there. Can you guys even see everything that I've put in? No, you guys haven't. You can't. Let me move myself just a little bit. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So, okay, yeah, Hair gets S tier. I might as well put the Edge of Glory in S tier too. Just of, how... You guys should have saw me at the show whenever she performed the Edge of Glory as the surprise song. I was bawling my eyes out. It's now one of my favorite Gaga ballads. When she performs it, it's a ballad, but it's kind of a very, very well-produced pop song in the studio version. But, yeah. I now kind of have that connection with those two songs that I feel like it deserves, to be there. Hair lyrically is so emotional. It was my surprise song as well. I know. That's also why I used to listen to that song kind of when I was younger, and I was like, shit, I really, really like kind of relate to this. I was like, wow, what she's kind of, you know, writing about. It hit like, 10-year-old me. You know what I mean? So yeah, she did Hair as the surprise song for so many shows. Whether that was, well, technically she did the surprise song on piano for Hair a lot, and then the surprise song after How Bad Do You Want Me, we got Hair. But yeah, I love that song, and I love that she loves that song. I mean, not the surprise song. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would have, okay. If she played Hair on piano that night, I think I would have cried even harder. But I was happy to get that as the kind of studio. But yeah, I am jealous of you in that regards. Um but I'm still happy I got to experience The Edge of Glory live. It was beautiful. And I was going to go to the Mayhem Ball show in Montreal, and it got canceled night 3. So, I was really planning on doing it, going to a second night, but it got canceled anyway, so thankfully I didn't kind of pull the trigger on buying the tickets, but I was very, very close. So we have Shisa and Bloody Mary at S tier. I feel like that only makes sense. But does that mean now that I put up Alejandro and Love Game? I feel like all of those pairs of songs all belong in the S tier to me. What do we think? I don't know. I might do it. I don't feel like any other song in here belongs in S tier. Yeah, I will do it. I'll do it. I'm gonna do that. That makes sense. Black Jesus, I'm in Fashion. It's A tier. I feel like Bad Kids is the first Born This Way song to go to B tier. It's good, but it's probably my least favorite on the entire album. If that makes sense. I don't know if that's the general consensus, but Bad Kids is probably my least favorite. And it goes into B. Highway Unicorn Road to Love. That Born This Way Ball tour opener really coming to mind. That performance of this song on the horse, or on the unicorn, sorry, I should say, was crazy. It's good. Nothing great about it. I don't know. I feel like Highway Unicorn does not come close to touching any of these songs over here. It's gotta be an A tier as well. Fashion of His Love, heavy. Okay, we're just gonna do it right now. Heavy Metal Lover is up there, right there. It's like Monster. It's probably Judas, Heavy Metal Lover, Monster, Bad Romance, Marry the Night, Bad Romance, Bad Romance, Paparazzi, Dance in the Dark. Shisa probably goes there. No, there. Can you tell I like the dark pop Gaga more than anything? Okay. Yeah. Can you tell I like dark pop Gaga? Judas, Heavy Metal Lover, Monster, Marry the Night. Top 4 right now. Top 4. Dance in the Dark is over Alejandro. Hair and The Edge of Glory are probably at the edge of S tier, but still very, very good songs. Love Game, and then Bloody Mary probably better than Alejandro, but not coming close to. Yes, you get it. Heavy Metal Lover is one of my favorite all-time Gaga songs. That's going right up there. Right up there to the top of my list. Fashion of His Love. Now I'm really, really struggling where to put Fashion of His Love. Does it belong in B tier? I just think it's a very, very fun pop song. I love it. It's just, I feel like it's basic compared to, everything else on the Born This Way album. It might be high B tier. It might be high B tier, somewhere around this range. Electric Chapel, again, I think it's high A tier. It's one of the best in the A tier, I think, for me. It's up there with some of the other Born This Way songs, in my opinion. It doesn't hit S tier, but it's a very, very good song. You and I as well, high A tier, I think. And then The Queen. Oh, but that bridge, the Queen's bridge, is really, really good. What do we do? What do we do, guys? Where do we place The Queen? The Queen is one of the kind of, more underrated Gaga songs, for sure. I think B tier for The Queen as well, because it's very similar to Fashion of His Love. But I also love that bridge on The Queen. And that is almost enough to get it into A tier, but I feel like... yeah, it's B tier. Unfortunately. But my 3 least favorite songs on Born This Way are Fashion of His Love, Bad Kids, and The Queen. I feel like that makes sense. Maybe, maybe not. But let's go back to my tier list place. Yeah, we're going to go with... what am I doing here? B tier. Okay. That is Born This Way done. As you can tell, a lot of my favorite songs are on Born This Way, and there's going to be a lot to come on Art Pop too. Some of my favorite songs are probably on Art Pop as well. But yeah, a majority come from Born This Way. It's just a solid album. I mean, I feel like just based on looking at this, you can tell probably what my least favorite album out of all of these 3 are. I just feel like, the strengths of The Fame are very, very strong. But I feel like there are some kind of throwaway songs in The Fame that I don't revisit as often as some of her other songs. And I feel like that, that really shows her kind of progression as an artist. So, I mean, I still like them. Even Disco Heaven, I consider it bad, but I play it every once in a while, and it kind of gets me, vibing, I guess. But, yeah, I feel like that makes sense with this look here. Now, let me move my face cam so you can see Alejandro and Hair are there as well. Yeah. Let's zoom in a little bit more. There we go. That's probably good. Yeah. Do I want to show the ad, though? Do I want to show the fuck-ass ad? I don't know. Do I do that? Yeah, it's probably fine if I put my face here, right? Yeah. I think we're good. Moving on to Art Pop now. Art Pop. What do we think of Art Pop? Art Pop is probably one of my favorite Gaga albums, to be honest. But yeah, I feel like Joanne is going to be where a lot of C and D go. I don't know if there's any Gaga song that reaches the F tier. But yeah, let's get into Art Pop, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of my favorites are going to come from that album. So Aura, S tier. Wow, okay. Aura is S tier, Venus is S tier, Guy is S tier. Sex Dreams is high A tier, I think. Jewels and Drugs. Sorry, not sorry. I'm putting it in B tier. I hate people that say Jewels and Drugs is her worst song because it's not hot trash. It's not hot trash. It's good. Guys, it's good. Wake up. Wake up. It's good. Just as a general consensus, do we agree that Jewels and Drugs belongs in the B tier? Everybody say it with me. I'm probably going to get... People are going to come back and look at Jewels and Drugs where it's at, and they're going to be like, are you... Okay, you agree. It's A. I mean, I can see a placement for A. It's probably on the weaker end of A. But, okay. Thankfully someone vibes to Jules' Drugs. Thank you. Thank you. Manicure. I think it's like very, very high in the B tier. I just don't think I listen to it as much and enjoy it as much as some of the songs in the A tier. But it's a good song. It's good. It's good. Do What You Want. The Christina Aguilera version. Guys, Christina Aguilera version, not the R. Kelly version. I do have the physical Art Pop CD that still has the R. Kelly version on it, so you know, we're good. I got a part of history in my collection. Do What You Want. But realistically, where does Do What You Want go? It's A tier. It's A tier. It's good. It's good. I'm gonna have to resort this after the Art Pop album to kind of make it more accurate, but as it stands, yeah, it's A tier. Art Pop. I really like Art Pop. I love it live. I love the live version of Art Pop a lot. The studio version I enjoy as well. I don't know if it has that energy that the live version does have. I think it belongs in B tier, but I just don't listen to it super often. If that makes sense. I like it. It's just different from kind of the bangers on Art Pop. But I like it. It's probably one of my least favorite songs. Well, no, I think The Cake would go to Fashion for my least favorite songs. Swine, get into S tier, Swine. Get into S tier. Donatella is high A tier along with Sex Dreams. The thing is, Fashion is my least favorite song on Art Pop, but it still belongs in B tier. I don't think I dislike it as much as kind of some of these three songs on The Fame. But it's that the thing that redeems Fashion to me is that ending. The outro, the pace really picks up. I love the guy speaking. He speaks French. I don't remember what he says in French, but the outro really redeems Fashion for me. It's such a great outro. And yeah, I get chills every time I hear the outro of that song. But the rest of the song, it's not quite as good. So it could be better. It could be a lot better for sure. But it's B tier for me. B tier for me. A tier for Mary Jane Holland, or S tier for Mary Jane Holland. Dope makes me cry. I'm gonna go A tier for Dope. Gypsy as well. Where does Gypsy go? I think Gypsy also goes in A tier. It's a great, and then Applause also goes in A tier. It's not one of my favorite kind of hits of hers, but it's good. It's good. Let's kind of rearrange now, okay? Judas, Heavy Metal Lover, Monster, Marry the Night. Wow. Well, I feel like Love Game has got to be over. Yeah, I feel like that, and then starting with Art Pop in this section, we have... Sorry, guys, just 1 second. Make sure my phone is not blowing up, because usually I'm on my phone all the time. Okay, Venus. Let me place it here. Probably Guy, or Guy, Swine, or Mary Jane Holland, Venus. That's probably where I place the songs in order from favorite to least favorite on Art Pop, or favorite to in the S tier, at least in the S tier. Guy is probably better than Marry the Night. Swine. In this moment, I feel like Aura is higher than Swine, actually. It's higher than... It's right behind Bloody Mary, I think. Then Aura... Yeah, right there. Mary Jane Holland. It's probably right there. And then Venus. Do I like it better than Love Game? No. That's probably where it goes. It's probably the ranking I have for that. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we chilling. We chilling with this. A tier gets messy. Best song in the A tier. Speechless, Sex Dreams, Electric Chapel belongs up there. Applause. Everything up here. Oh, this is hard. How do I realistically go about ranking this? Let's start from the bottom. Probably least favorite song is some of these Fame songs. Beautiful Dirty Rich at the bottom. Probably, maybe Gypsy and Do What You Want kind of at the bottom here too. Wow, this is hard. Telephone's probably at the bottom there. I feel like Speechless is at the top of A tier for me. Followed by Sex Dreams, then Electric Chapel, Donatella. You and I is also very good. I feel like You and I has got to be right there. So Happy I Could Die. Summer Boy is above Just Dance. Never mind. Same with Boys, Boys, Boys. Born This Way is probably fine where it is. Government Hooker. There. Americano. Probably right there. Right now I'm in the Black Jesus Almond Fashion mood. So I would place it higher probably than I typically would. It's higher than... Probably right there. Highway Unicorn. That's probably a fair placement there. Dope. That's probably fine right there. That's probably as accurate as it's going to get. And then my favorite in the B tier, Manicure. Fashion of His Love. I like the Queen too. I can't lie. I'd say Art Pop is above Teeth. Bad Kids probably on the weaker end. Jewels and Drugs, probably like it better than these two Fame songs. Bad Kids, not the worst though. I like Bad Kids more than probably these two. Fashion. Switch Fashion there. That's probably accurate. That's probably accurate enough in the B tier. And then so far nothing has been. Heavy Metal Lover and ST is enough for me to forgive you putting A. I don't know what it is. Poker Face was my... If I was doing this as a kid, Poker Face would be in S tier. Poker Face was my favorite Gaga song growing up. I just feel like, you know, the amount of times I've played it has probably been a bit too much. I still love it. It's just probably the amount of times I've replayed it. And that goes for a lot of these songs. Just Dance, Born This Way. They're good, but I feel like I've just heard them too much to really appreciate them for what they are, and it I probably shouldn't feel that way, but still very good songs, and I don't know. I always feel that way. That's me with Telephone. That's very valid. That's me with Born This Way, to be honest. I feel the exact same way with Born This Way. It's one of my probably least favorite hits of Gaga, but just, having back in the back of my mind, I'm like, Born This Way did so much for the time. Like, she really, the lyrics on that song, and, the fact that I think it went number one. I mean, it better have gone number one. So when you think about the impact that Born This Way truly had, it's hard to kind of think that way, obviously. So, Telephone, I can see that as well, though. I feel like the music video really uplifts Telephone. I feel like the standalone song, it is not good enough to probably be higher than A tier. I don't think it's an S tier song of Gaga's, for sure. Okay, moving on to Joanne. We were really in the depths for Joanne. Like, being I really grew up and, started having the knowledge that I was a Gaga fan. I was born in 2007, so I'm 19 now. 2016 was, okay, my first time actually participating in a Gaga album rollout with Joanne. And I did not realize, that those 4 years, I Love a Star Is Born as well. That was a very, very interesting time to be a Gaga fan. But that was when I first kind of started to, being a part of what she released. So, I fully remember when Perfect Illusion came out. I was so hyped. Little me was ready for Perfect Illusion to come out. And, just kind of looking back on that time, that 4-year span, Joanne, A Star Is Born, it's not a bad time in Gaga's, career. But it also wasn't the most entertaining. We were kind of in the depths there for a couple of years. Obviously, we got that great Coachella set. A Star Is Born as a movie was incredible. But now, with this tier list, you will see kind of, what I think about Joanne. It's probably going to be a lot of C and probably a lot of C tier songs. Gypsy and A tier, but interesting. I never liked it. It sounded like a Born This Way demo. I don't know. I think it's cute. I think it's really, really cute. And especially kind of just considering, it just really makes me emotional. And it's one of those songs where, because it does, I feel like it get automatically places higher than, that's probably why Dope as well is in A tier. It's just so emotional. And Gypsy's kind of like this, happy but still sad song. So, I don't know. I don't think it's bad enough to go down to the B tier. I feel like it would be around the top of B tier as well. But, yeah, I mean, I can see how you would think that way, because there's other better Gaga songs kind of similar in vein to that style. But good, it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, to be a fan when you're there was a lot of meltdowns just because, obviously being a fan, if you're a fan of the Fame Monster, Born This Way, you're expecting kind of this whole, huge rollout, and then, getting Joanne is probably a shock to the fans, but that's really what Gaga wanted to do at the time. And, there are a lot of good songs. I just don't revisit it. I don't revisit Joanne even more than the Fame. I feel like the Fame and Joanne are probably my two least favorite Gaga albums. Joanne probably being the one that I revisit the least, but it does have some good songs. So, interesting time, but it wasn't a bad time. It was just different. Okay, let's. Wow, we have so fucking much to do still. Oh, Harlequin. Harlequin's on this list. I'm so happy about that. I love Harlequin. And then obviously the. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of D's in this kind of place right here. There's a lot of good in that place though too. Okay, Diamond Heart. Where are we at with Diamond Heart? I might not be. I'm trying to sing the song so I can remember what it sounds like, you know, the vibe it gives me. Um I I wish I liked this song more than kind of the average Gaga fan probably does. I feel like a lot of Gaga fans like this song. I like AO more. It's more kind of hardcore, more, you know, fully kind of her getting into the country genre. I like AO. It's probably like still here in the B tier. It's probably better than Bad Kids in Fashion. But two B tier songs, not bad. John Wayne as well. I don't know if it's good enough to throw in the A tier. Definitely not. It's probably better than maybe here. Maybe something like that. Again, it's just Diamond Heart is B for me. It's cute but nothing interesting. I agree with that. I agree with that. Really? Really? I don't know. I feel like she embodies the AO style well for me. I like it. I like it. It's fun. It's fun. I mean I don't like country, but that kind of spin on country on that song at least, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So you're not a fan of Manicure then? Is that what you're saying? You're not a fan of Manicure? Which I can see. I can see how it's one of those songs where it doesn't feel like it goes, you know, as hard as it should. Kind of like Teeth to me. Both of those songs kind of feel that way, where like, okay, it could go so much harder melodically. And even production wise, although Teeth has very, very funky production, it's cool. But yeah, I mean, I agree with your takes there. I just think I like AO more. Just I don't know. It's goofy. It's goofy, and it's kind of her trying to embody something that too messy. Feel like yeah, that's fair. I can see that. I can see that. You may be second guessing myself where it comes to the art pop ranking in B. I might like art pop and Jewels and Drugs more than Manicure now. I don't listen to Manicure super often, so I'm trying to think here. No, you know what? I'm gonna do something crazy. I think Jewels and Drugs is better than both these three songs on art pop. Agree or disagree? I love Jewels and Drugs. Well, I don't love Jewels and Drugs, but it's fun. It's fun. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm moving it. The chatter is back that said Jewels and Drugs is an A tier. Yeah. Okay. I feel like that makes more sense. Putting Jewels and Drugs there. Oh, what's the name of that Kesha song? But I can kind of see the resemblance in Manicure to that song. I've definitely heard that Kesha song, but I don't know the name of that. But I agree. Okay, we have some Jewels and Drugs supporters in chat, which I love. I love. Back to Joanne now. Dancing in... I don't know. I like Dancing in Circles, but does it get into A tier? I don't think I like it more than Beautiful Dirty Rich, at least. It's also... Perfect Illusion might be the first one that gets an A tier. I found it a little disappointing as the lead single for Joanne, but it really, going back to it all the time, it's probably one of my favorites on the album. Probably. But yeah, I feel like the ending of Perfect Illusion, the final kind of hook, is really sick. Probably on the lower end of A tier for sure, but Perfect Illusion's probably my favorite song from Joanne. Dance in Circles a light A, or like it's between A and B. I was thinking of that. I was thinking of doing Dancing in Circles kind of in the lower A tier as well. But I don't know if I was ready to do that because I don't think I like it more than Beautiful Dirty Rich. Or any of the other songs. It's probably high B tier. High B tier. I know, the ending of Perfect Illusion is just so fucking good. Actually, wait. Hold on. I mean, this was the song that Gaga always sang off of Joanne. This was the hit on the album. This one's good. Is it A tier? Is any of these songs A tier on Joanne? I'm rethinking kind of where I'm putting things. You know what? I'm doing it. Gypsy goes back down to B tier. It's high still in the B tier, but I'm moving it. Now does Million Reasons take Gypsy's kind of spot in the A tier? Is that what's happening? I don't know. I might have to come back to Million Reasons. I don't know if I really like that song or if I feel like it depends on the day. If I'm in the mood for, that kind of song. That was cute. I will admit, at the Super Bowl, that was a cute moment. I don't listen to it much. Gypsy Downscale. You guys are really, really, changing my opinion. I feel like it just really depends what my mind thinks of the song. I feel like it flip-flops all the time. Yeah, I'll come back to Million Reasons. I feel like I like it enough to put it in A, but I don't know. Joanne, it's sad, but I don't know if I like it enough. It's sad, but I don't. Sorry. Do I do that? That feels mean, though. That feels so cruel to put Joanne in C. My first C tier of Joanne. In a long time, my first C tier. What do we do? Okay, never mind. Angel Down gets A tier. Angel Down is one of my favorites. Million Reasons probably gets A tier, but all of the other ones go straight to B. Actually, yeah. Highest probably in C tier is Hey Girl. The flack that song gets, I don't think it's D tier or anything like that. It's a little disappointing, with Florence Welch. I feel like they could have done a lot more together. But it's probably one of my favorite songs in this tier. Nothing like B tier. But I think all of these other songs get B tier. I feel like that's what I'm doing right there. Do you guys agree? Good songs. There's nothing great about the... Come to Mama is cute as well. I like the lyrics on Come to Mama, but I think Angel Down is better kind of because it's similar in lyricism in a way. Yeah, I mean, it's Joanne is not a type of song that you kind of constantly listen to. It's not like, okay, this one's on repeat for me. Like, it's a lot on your soul to listen to a song like that. But yeah, I mean, B is very valid. Should I move the face cam a little bit? Let me go back. I might. I don't like these ads. Oh, these ads are kind of getting in the way here. What's happening with that? Moving on to Chromatica. Chromatica was an interesting time. I think Chromatica is a fun listen. There are some amazing songs on Chromatica, but there are also some throwaway songs. Sorry. Some throwaway songs on Chromatica. And I feel like this is where kind of the very basicness of Chromatica comes into play. I just don't know if I'm in love with the generic kind of dance sound that kind of goes throughout Chromatica. On certain songs like Free Woman. Free Woman is... I like the demo of Free Woman better. If you have not heard the Free Woman demo, I feel like it is better than what happened in the studio version that was released. Fun Tonight as well. It's okay. It's okay. And then we have 1,000 Doves and Sign from Above. Those two songs as well are just like, it's a very, it's a fun dance pop album, but a lot of these songs, are very just generic dance tracks. And that's why, Mayhem is like a dark pop version of Chromatica where she really kind of experiments with the sound. And I kind of wish you would have done that on Chromatica a little more. Kind of, go into these more experimental, different sounds. And I feel like a Chromatica that wasn't maybe made in... I mean, it wasn't made in the pandemic. I guess it was done before the pandemic even started, but I feel like the rollout was certainly rushed for the pandemic. It could have been a great era, but I feel like as an album, it's better than Joanne. It's right on the lines of the Fame, where the highs are very high, the lows are just probably, where I have the Fame songs, kind of similar. My cat is about to jump up on the camera, so you're gonna see my cat for a little bit. Come to Mama is cute. It's a very underrated song of hers. I agree. There's better albums of the pandemic years. I have a Future Nostalgia vinyl. I love Future Nostalgia. It was an album that kind of defined my pandemic as well. I feel like she would have aimed for a disco sound, or like the sound that she's going for on Mayhem now, like Zombie Boy, The Dead Dance, Love Drug, that kind of thing. If she would have aimed for that sound on Chromatica, kind of like what Dua did with the 80s disco theme, in a way, I feel like that could have been better, because the 80s moment really happened in 2020. So I feel like, yeah, it's a very dated album. I agree. Oh, the remix album. Oh shit, I forgot. The remix album isn't even on this tier list. I totally forgot that. Yeah, if Dawn of Chromatica was the actual Chromatica, there's so many good songs on Dawn of Chromatica. Kind of, combining the regular Chromatica with my least favorite songs on Chromatica, replacing those least favorite songs with the remixes on Dawn of Chromatica, you can make a really good album. Sign from Above remix, that shit goes hard. I love the vibe Lil Texas and the features really bring to that song. That's one that I like way more than the regular version on Chromatica, that remix. The Free Woman with Rina Sawayama, that one. What else do I really prefer? The Plastic Doll remix with Ash Nico. Yes. Okay, you have to get off now. I'm sorry. I was talking this whole time and I did not realize my cat was still on the near the camera. That's so fucking funny. Just give me 1 second, guys. That's so fucking funny. Yo, I kind of forgot she was there for like a minute and I was just kind of yapping, but what else? What else is kind of better than the regular Chromatica remix? I mean, Babylon's an iconic song, but I really like Babylon with Bree Runway. She really does her thing on that one too. And then there's countless other ones. 911. Hear me out, guys. 911 is not as good as the Gaga fandom kind of says it is. 911 is probably one of my least favorite songs on Chromatica. It's not as weak as A Sign from Above, A Thousand Doves, but 911, the remix with Charlie is way better than the original version. I don't know if that's a common theme, but I am not a huge fan of 911. I don't know. I know, didn't Maddie on, the producer that she produced a lot of art pop with, produce Plastic Doll? You know, having that knowledge, I'm like, how is Plastic Doll one of the weakest songs? Because, you know, that could have had way more potential. Yeah. I love kind of combining Dawn of Chromatica with Chromatica. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad that kind of the general consensus is that Chromatica is a dated record. For sure. Where are we at here? Where are we at? Okay, we haven't even started. They have A Thousand Doves piano here and Love Me, right? Those are two kind of random selections here, but Alice is good. Alice is a very, very high, energy opener. I love Alice. Would not change a thing about Alice. It's generic, sure, but it's fun. Now A tier. That being said, does it go into A tier? I don't know. Who knows? Interesting. I'm really struggling now. I am really struggling with where to put everything. Alice is low A tier. Stupid Love, low A tier. Rain on Me. I feel like those three songs, they're good. Stupid Love is a fun song. It's fun. Yeah, I feel like that's okay. That's okay. Alice, Stupid Love, Rain on Me. Then we have Free Woman, where it's, probably one of the best C tier songs, but it's not something that I revisit. The ending of Fun Tonight is good, but the first half of Fun Tonight is a bore. Yeah, that's probably okay. 911. It's good, but there's nothing great about it. It's probably high B tier. Plastic Doll. Again, probably low B tier. Actually, high B tier. High B tier. Sour Candy is good. Replay. Might be the only S tier Chromatica song. Might be the only S tier Chromatica song. The Dorian Electro remix, too, is one that's incredible. Both versions are incredible. But Replay might be the only S tier Chromatica song. I'm one of the few in the fandom that doesn't like Rain on Me. I mean, it is generic. But it's fun. I just feel like the album gets even more generic, so I'm kind of blinded by the fact that Rain on Me is still considered generic, but I kind of just forget. I don't know, 911. It's just I don't like it. I love the production. But it's just I don't know, something about it. It's never stuck with me. Enigma. This is good. This is good. It's good. Probably better than both of those two. It's good. Sign from Above. Weak. It's weak. Thousand Doves. Better than Sign from Above, but still weak. Babylon is so good. A Thousand Doves on piano is probably, just as, A Thousand Doves is, just on piano. I think it's... And then Love Me Right. It sounds like an A Star Is Born reject. That's Joanne for you there. And I'll be back in 1 second, and then I'll rearrange Joanne and Art Pop, and then we can start kind of this, this newer kind of Gaga era music, which there's going to be a lot of S tiers. I don't know if it's kind of recency bias with a lot of these newer tracks like Harlequin and Mayhem, but there's going to be a lot of S's and A's kind of going back into here. So, but I will be right back in 1 moment. Okay, we're back. No way you said everything in Mayhem is S tier, except the Dead flop and Don't Flop Tonight. I kind of agree with you. I don't know. I kind of agree with you there. The Dead Dance was very, very generic. The Dead Dance is very generic. What else do I think is really generic? Blade of Grass. Blade, more like Blade of Ass. It's cute. It's cute, though. It's a very, very generic, scale. Or, not scale. Just kind of, chord. Very, very generic chords. Sorry. It's a chord kind of structure that, has been done so many times with ballads and pop songs alike that it doesn't really feel kind of, memorable as a ballad. I'm not a fan of that one either. But other than that, I think everyone is great. Does he actually? No, you need to rearrange this shit. Yeah, lower end of S tier. Never mind. Replay belongs right here. Replay is out of S tier. Down to A tier we go. Diamond Heart. Where am I going here? Perfect Illusion. It's solid, but nothing crazy. I like Do What You Want more. I like Telephone more. Probably like here. That makes sense. Angel Down, Million Reasons. The ballads are probably at the lower end of A tier. Babylon. Babylon is good. It's like right here with Sour Candy, and Alice is probably better than Do What You Want. Same with Stupid Love and Rain on Me. Probably those three there. I'd say, top 3 of Chromatica, Replay, Sour Candy, Babylon. I feel like that makes sense. And then the weakest ones, Love Me Right, Free Woman, Fun Tonight. Again, I feel like that makes perfect sense there. I feel like. One super generic and the other one had a good bridge. Blade of Grass, yeah. I don't know about D tier though. I don't know about D tier. I still vibe with the Dead Dance. And Don't Call Tonight, that bridge is good. I like the Don't Call Tonight bridge. But let's see. Disease, S tier. Her like comeback here. Disease is incredible. Abracadabra, one of her best songs. I don't even have enough room up here. I don't have any room. Abracadabra is, you know, right there. Yeah. Okay. That's a fair placement of Abracadabra. Garden of Eden. High A tier? Yeah, high A tier. That makes sense. I think high A tier makes sense. Perfect Celebrity. Never mind. I'm going to move Garden of Eden up. Yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll put Perfect Celebrity high A tier. Can't Stop the High. I love the rock vibes of Can't Stop the High. It's so underrated. I'd say that this one gets A tier as well. It's probably better than, you know, better than Americano, not better than Government Hooker, I would say. Oh, wait. Perfect Celebrity's got to be higher up here, and then right there. I feel like that's fair. Vanish Into You. It's cute. It's cute. I love Vanish Into You. I don't know if it's better than even Can't Stop the High. I like it. It comes close, but I don't know if it does. It outdoes Can't Stop the High. It's it's an underrated banger. It's an underrated banger. Azalea Banks, him. The Disease. Yeah. I get what you mean. I like Garden of Eden too. I don't know. I don't think Vanish Into You gets S tier. I love Vanish Into You. I just think it sounds a little, it's just not as interesting as the production on Disease. Abracadabra, Garden of Eden. It's not as interesting. It feels, simple production. Like, I don't know. It just still feels way more simplistic than kind of the four that came before it. But it's good. It's good. Yeah, Replay in A tier. I agree with you. Killa. Killa is also high A tier. Zombie Boy goes in S tier. I fucking love Zombie Boy. Yeah, Disease, Zombie Boy, Garden of Eden. Killa, you gotta go back down there for a minute. It's like here. That makes sense. I think that makes sense. Dead Dance. It's like right there. No, right there. I feel like that makes sense for the Dead Dance. Love Drug, such an underrated song of hers. I love her vocals on this track, and especially when she changes them in the live setting. Love that so much. Love Drug. Again, don't know if I like it more than Vanish Into You at least, but it's close. It's probably better than Replay though. That feels right. How Bad Do You Want Me? Again, very, very different from Gaga. But I like this one too. I think I like it better than Love Drug. No, it's like right next to it. It's like right next to Love Drug. It's close. Don't Call Tonight. Better than Dead Dance. Slightly better than Dead Dance. Slightly better than Dead Dance. Is Zombie Boy messy? I don't consider Zombie Boy messy. I think it's incredible. I don't think there's anything messy about it, but... Ooh, Kill for Love. Kill for Love is such an underrated banger. I feel like Shadow of a Man. S tier. Shadow of a Man, S tier. Put some respect on Shadow of a Man. I can't. I'm not... It's like right there for me. Right there. What else am I doing? Kill for Love. Yeah, where am I putting Kill for Love? It's probably right behind... It's probably actually... Yeah. I think Kill for Love is better than How Bad Do You Want Me, but is slightly worse than Love Drug. That makes sense. That makes sense. The Beast. It's good. Nothing great. B tier. B tier, but better than Don't Call Tonight. I think it's like... Here. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Blade of Grass. It's okay. It's okay. It's probably right here. Then Die With a Smile. Again, good, nothing great. Probably along the lines of these Joanne-style songs, if that makes sense. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. Sir, you meant Don't Flop Tonight. Sorry. I misspoke. But not bad. Not bad. La Vie en Rose. Oh, we're going into Stars Born now. Interesting. Let me kind of zoom. I feel like I should zoom out. Let me zoom out. Can you guys... Whoa, I did not mean to click on that Euphoria ad. Can you guys see this better now if I kind of zoom out and have that nicer looking for you all? Do we like that? Do we like that? Okay, just give me one moment and we will restart, starting with A Star Is Born. Okay, restarting. The Star Is Born soundtrack. There's some good ones in here. There are some good ones in here for sure. I will admit. I will admit. The white ones at the end are the unreleased ones? I think so. I think the white is unreleased. I think it's released in features because Chillin' is a feature that is released. Videophone's a feature that's released. Christmas Tree is like a one-off, non-album track. Glitter and Grease, obviously, all unreleased, one-offs. So yeah, either like one-off tracks that aren't part of an album, unreleased, or features. That kind of other miscellaneous kind of thing. So we have Harlequin, a kind of soundtrack-ish, but not in the actual Joker 2 movie, and A Star Is Born soundtrack plus her unreleased stuff. So all of the albums are done. At least the original albums. And I feel like, okay, let's summarize everything that we've got so far. Judas, Heavy Metal Lover, Monster, Guy, Abracadabra, Bad Romance, Marry the Night, Shisa, Paparazzi, Dance in the Dark, Aura, Bloody Mary, Swine, Mary Jane Holland, Alejandro, Love Game, Disease, Zombie Boy, Shadow of a Man, Garden of Eden, Venus, Hair, and The Edge of Glory in S tier. I think that's fair. And then we have a whack in A tier. Killa, Perfect Celebrity, Sex Dream, Speechless, Electric Chapel, Donatella, You and I, Can't Stop the High, Applause, Vanish Into You, So Happy I Could Die, Love Drug, Kill for Love, How Bad Do You Want Me, Replay, Summer Boy, Black Jesus, I'm in Fashion, Boys, 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 Government Hooker, Americano, Just Dance, Poker Face, Paper Gangsta, Born This Way, Sour Candy, Babylon, Highway Unicorn, Dope, Telephone, Alice, Stupid Love, Rain on Me, Do What You Want, Christina Aguilera version, Perfect Illusion, Beautiful Dirty Rich, Angel Down, and Million Reasons. And then the B tier songs, Jewels and Drugs, Enigma, The Beast, Plastic Doll, 911, Gypsy, Manicure, Fashion of His Love, The Queen, The Fame, Starstruck, John Wayne, Don't Call Tonight, Money, Don't Flop Tonight, Money Honey, Dead Dance, Art Pop, Teeth, Ayo, Bad Kids, Fashion, Retro Dance Freak, AA, Die With a Smile, Diamond Heart, Dance in Circles, Sinner's Prayer, Come to Mama, Grigio Girls, Just Another Day, A Thousand Doves Piano, Sign from Above. C tier, Love Me Right, Free Woman, Fun Tonight, Blade of Grass, Hey Girl, Brown Eyes, Joanne, I Like It Rough, and Again Again. And then in D tier, Disco Heaven. I don't really like Disco Heaven. That makes sense. Let's start with A Star Is Born. I mean, La Vie en Rose, it's good. It's beautifully sung. It's actually quite short, but it's cute. It's cute. It's beautifully sung. Perfect for the movie. That gets placed in B tier for sure. Shallow, it's great. I'm tired of the Shallow slander. It's a great song. It's good. It's really, really good. Music to My Eyes. This feels like a mainly Bradley song, to be honest. Dig in My Grave is way better than Music to My Eyes. Dig in My Grave is A tier. High B tier for Music to My Eyes. It's mainly a Bradley song. Is probably why I'm putting it in B. Always Remember Us This Way. That might be an S tier ballad from her. That's Always Remember Us This Way is probably one of her few ballads, like ballads, where I'm like, yeah, that belongs in S tier. That it's a tearjerker in the movie too. I love it. I love it. Same with I'll Never Love Again. But I don't know if that's S tier. I think A tier for I'll Never Love Again. But Always Remember Us This Way is probably the song of the soundtrack. Just an absolute tearjerker and one of the best ballads. Yeah, that's fair. The accent is not the greatest in La Vie en Rose, but I mean, she's trying and it sounds gorgeous, so... I feel like Shallow gets slandered, though. I feel like Shallow gets slandered a little bit. Just a little bit, but maybe I'm wrong with that. Let's look what I found. Heal Me. Heal Me is like The Fame, but released in 2018. It's incredible. It's incredible. Look what I found. B tier. B tier. A tier for I Don't Know What Love Is. That one's also a really, really good one. Oh, Is That Alright is also good. Sorry, it's a banger. Why Did You Do That is not bad. It's good. It's good. It's not in C tier. This song is not bad enough for being C tier, or in C tier, yeah. It's a bop. It's a bop. The lyricism is bad, but that's the point of it, is to be kind of this cringy, basic ass pop song, and she does it. Hey Your Body Face, again, A tier. And Before I Cry, I think, is also A tier. Yeah, there's a lot of good songs in the Star Is Born soundtrack. I don't know. I feel like do you guys agree with all of these songs being an A tier? Because I agree with it, at least. There's some not great songs on the A Star Is Born soundtrack, but a lot of it is very, very solid. And then Always Remember Us This Way is good, is very good. Let's move on to Harlequin. I love Harlequin. Harlequin is one of my favorite albums of hers. Good Morning. Honestly, everything could probably... Okay, I'm going to go Happy Mistake in S tier. Happy Mistake is another crazy ballad of hers. That's S tier. Then Smile is B tier. It's not A tier on this album. The Joker is I actually really don't mess with The Joker. I'm surprised because it's one of the more like upbeat, poppier ones on the album, but I don't mess with it as much. And then all the other ones are probably A tier. Yeah, I think all of these other ones are A tier songs. Beautiful covers. Beautiful covers. Actually, Gonna Build a Mountain is also B tier. And then everything else is gorgeous. Especially Folie à Deux and Close to You. Two of the other better ones on that album. But everything else, yeah. It goes right into the A tier, but Happy Mistake obviously being one of the few original ones, not including, Folie à Deux, is also original, and it's beautiful. And then Smile, The Joker, Gonna Build a Mountain in B tier. That makes sense. There's no C tier songs on Harlequin. It's a really, really good album. It's a good album. Yeah, I know. It's such, like, you wouldn't think, actually, like, this whole album is mainly covers, and you wouldn't think that Folie à Deux is one that's an original. Because it sounds like a classical, piece. You wouldn't sound like, it doesn't sound like something that was written, by her in 2024, whenever it was released. You know what I mean? It sounds like kind of a song that was also a cover, but it's not. Okay, there's going to be some D ones in here. There's going to be some D tier songs. Fashion is fun. Fashion is good. Fashion beats out the fashion with an exclamation mark. Is it A tier? It's fun. It's a fun B tier song. It's high B tier, but it's not A tier. Vanity, very good. I like it. B tier as well. It's good. Chillin', it's so nostalgic. I just don't like the rapping, because she's a feature on it. She just does the hook. So it really, really brings me back nostalgia-wise. The production's also pretty good, though. I'll go B. It's good. It's good. Video Phone, I like it. It gets, it's nothing like Telephone, but it's still good. And it's also kind of blowing up on TikTok. Like, there's been a lot of people using that sound, but it's no Telephone, but it's still good. Christmas Tree, also good. It's not bad. It's a bop. Glitter and Grease is good, too. Yeah, Glitter and Grease is good. I am jealous for whoever got Glitter and Grease. Montreal Night 2 got Glitter and Grease. That's crazy. She performed that at the Mayhem Ball for a surprise song. No way. I was so shocked when she pulled that out. One of the few unreleased songs that I never thought she would ever perform again. That's like an extreme deep cut of hers. Videophone is overrated by a certain fan base. Yeah, yeah, for sure. This one is so goofy. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad. It sounds like it's supposed to be bad on purpose, but for that reason, I'm putting it, it's okay. I don't even know why it was written. Why was this song even made? Because there's no actual, studio quality version of this song, is there? Let me see. Maybe she was just fucking around on the Born This Way tour. It was released by Gaga as a Christmas present by her fans, or for her fans. Outtake from Born This Way, originally planned to be included as a hidden track on the second disc of the expanded edition. However, it was scrapped from the project at last minute. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a Born This Way song. I'm glad it was not released. It sounds lazy. The songwriting on that song's lazy. But, yeah. Brooklyn Nights. Sorry. S tier. Brooklyn Nights is S tier. Brooklyn Nights is S tier. Till It Happens to You, it's gorgeous. Isn't it a song about, I don't know if it's sexual assault, survivors or something about that, but I feel like it's something to do with that. It's okay. I don't know if I would skip it, but it's just The Cure is cute. The Cure is cute. It's just a stripped back version of Joanne, this one. So wherever I put Joanne, that feels fine. Hold My Hand. It's good. Nothing great. And then Sweet Sounds of Heaven is a mess. Sweet Sounds of Heaven is a complete mess. She's hardly in it. She just does, the backing vocals. The Rolling Stones, fucking sound like shit on it. So that's probably one of the other D tier songs. But that is the tier list, guys. Do you guys agree with that? Putting a bunch of the unreleased stuff kind of in the B tier? Um, I feel like with a lot of these songs, it's either like it's okay, it's good, or it's incredible. It's not like in the middle. So there's none of these songs that fit in the A tier, I think, personally. But yeah, that is the full tier list there. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this tier list? I might have to change some things. I don't know. Do we agree with kind of? Yeah, I mean the beat on video phone is really solid. I have no issue with the beat on video phone. It's just the hook could have been, more, I don't know, eye catching. It really wasn't. I love Brooklyn Nights. If I was in Australia whenever she did that for the Mayhem Ball, that was in Australia, right? Or was it in Tokyo? Might have been in Tokyo where she did it. I can't remember. The Cure, the flop. I mean, it's cute, but it's nothing specialer than that. Yeah, kind of like the Dead Dance in a way. Yeah, yeah. I get that. I don't know. 911. It's just not one that I vibe with. It's a fan favorite, but I disagree with that being a fan favorite. It shouldn't be. I'm a hater when it comes to 911, but I'd say this looks pretty good. I'd say this looks good. Um, there's a lot in, I'm glad that there's not a lot in C and D tier. There's only a handful of songs where I'm like, it's really just okay or it's bad. But I have no issue with most of the songs on this tier list. I'm surprised they didn't include Dawn of Chromatica because there would have been a lot of like A tier songs on Dawn of Chromatica. There's a lot of throwaway remixes on Dawn of Chromatica as well, but there's some good ones on there too. But yeah, I liked this kind of style of live stream. I don't know if I'll do this. There's artists that I'm fans of other than Gaga, like Charlie, whose entire discography I've heard. Um, who else? Doja Cat's whole discography, I know. I love Doja. Who else? Blackpink. I really enjoy Blackpink's music, although their last comeback was really disappointing. They only have like 20 tracks, so can you blame me for, not knowing their entire discography? But, I don't know if this will be a continuous kind of type of thing that I do on the channel. But, I kind of want to make this, an every week thing, more engagement between, certain people that watch my videos. I have a lot of Gaga fans that watch my channel just because how the Runway video did. The Runway music video and the Runway, song reaction did very good. And that introduced a lot of Gaga fans into my channel. But, yeah, I'm going to try and do, live streams maybe every week or so. Just general music chats to kind of get everyone on board with, and not just, having an exclusive, live stream for fans of this one artist. You know what I mean? I want this to be a music discussion channel and having more kind of, open conversation. But I like this. And I might do a couple of these full, discography tier lists for artists that I do really like. I feel like a Charlie one would be fun to do. There's other, more popular artists too that I could do one of, like maybe Ariana I could do of. Who else could I really do? I don't know. But Gaga's Gaga's my favorite artist, obviously, but she's one of the few artists where I know their whole discography, everything that she's done. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. It was a bit of a different, I haven't went live on this channel in over 2 years, so it feels weird to be doing this, but I hope you guys enjoyed this, civil kind of debate and conversation on what was going on. Oh shit, that's very, very, a good question. Where would you place the Gaga songs from The Devil Wears Prada? Okay, that's a good one before we, where would I put these? Let's do, I don't think any go in the S tier. I don't think there's any S tier songs. Runway, it's good. I think it's at the top of B. I think there's a lot of recency bias. I've been playing it a lot because of, it just recently came out. But I'd say come back to me in, a couple months' time. I'd say B tier. It's good, but there's nothing super great about it. I don't think it's A tier. Shape of a Woman is like lower B, maybe even C tier. I think it's lower B tier. I don't think it is as bad as any of the songs that I put in the C tier. So lower B tier for Shape of a Woman. Runway is high B tier, yeah. And then Glamorous Life is probably lower A tier or also top of the B tier. Glamorous Life is my favorite out of all the soundtracks. It's gorgeous, kind of, power ballady kind of style. Really, really emotional. Love the lyricism on that track. So yeah, there's some good tracks there, but nothing that really steals the show. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah, but yeah, that makes sense. Oh, okay, you're a fan of the Bjork stuff. Okay, I have a lot of viewers that are still tuned into the Bjork journey, and I'm trying to, you find time to kind of spread the wealth around for the Bjork content. But I will be recording the homogenic reaction within the next couple of days to get that out, and obviously going back and looking at her music videos more, and live performances. I want to hit live performances, do Volnicura within kind of the next couple of weeks, kind of spreading around that kind of content. And then obviously New Music Fridays is a big day for me. I do a bunch of content surrounding that. So this Friday will be obviously new videos coming out from new music. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to kind of, because I cover so many artists, it really depends on what you like. I do a bunch of different kind of pop and mainly pop affiliated stuff. So, one of the things I'm nervous with is like, I cover music a lot and I don't want my subscribers to be like, oh shit, there's so much content that, it's not guided to my interests, that they think my content's bloated and then they unsubscribe. I don't want to do that, but I'm also trying to spread around the wealth so it's not too oversaturated on just one artist like Bjork or, someone who I've been getting into recently like NMIXX or Madonna, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys are pleased with that. I am trying my best for sure. But thank you guys for, thank you for discovering me. I'm glad that you found my channel and decided to stick around. So it was very unfortunate, my Devil Wears Prada reaction. They would not let the music for that reaction be posted. So I had to cut that one so much. I had to cut that one a lot. And a lot of people were mad that it got cut a lot. But that's what I had to do to kind of get my, initial reaction out there. Or else there wouldn't have been a video to kind of, publish. So I apologize for that if you watched that. I tried. And I've already heard the Addison Rae album. It's such a good album. I love New York. Money's Everything. Again, the single run was also incredible. High Fashion is so sick. Diet Pepsi. Addison, she did it with this album. She really, turned everyone from thinking she was a joke on TikTok and not a serious musician into being like, okay, wow, she is really talented. And I love that. I'm so excited to see what Addison does next. But I agree with you. It is like Bjork, Britney, and Madonna had a daughter. Yeah. So yeah, lots of fun stuff coming out on the channel soon. I'm going to try to make time for live streams, music kind of chats, to kind of get everyone on board with the channel. I hope you enjoyed this one. This was a really, really fun live stream. I was not expecting kind of to get even this level of viewership. I wasn't sure how well that would go about, but I'm happy you guys kind of, were able to tune in, and yeah, stay tuned for more content, I just before we go, I wanted to kind of tell you guys that I do have a Patreon. That is just a certain way to support me. My videos can't be monetized due to the amount of music that I cover. So the link is, I just made a post about it a couple hours ago if you want to find that, and that the link is there for more exclusive content and, guaranteed requests. I will take your requests and I will react to it and put it on the Patreon. I believe it's like $5 a month Canadian. It's just a way to support me. Again, it's not an obligation, but that is one of the only ways. But yeah, a bunch of new content is published there. A bunch of new content will go up on the main channel within the next couple of days. I'm grinding hard with the content, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this stream. It was very, very fun. Thank you very much for the comments. Pretty much there was like 3 of you here for the entire 2 or 3. There was 2 of you here for the entire time. So I appreciate that for you kind of spending your time watching this stream, watching what I had to kind of put out there for the tier list. And yeah, stay tuned for more stuff that's coming. I hope you guys enjoy kind of what I have been posting and will continue to post. But yeah, more streams, possibly more Gaga content, more Bjork content, more new music content coming out soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it.